You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the December 14th meeting of the Michigan City Board of Cemetery Trustees. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Call this meeting of the Michigan City Board of Cemetery Trustees to order this 14th day of December 2023. Roxanne, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Virginia Keating.
Here.
Davis Bush. Bernadette Gemke. Here. Marianne Milzarek. Here. Carolyn Miller. Here. Stephen Janis.
Here.
And Renee Bauer.
Here. We have a quorum. First item on the agenda, as always, is the approval of the minutes. This is for the November 9th, 2023 meeting. Are there any corrections? And hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So approved. I'll move.
A second.
Okay, call for the roll. All those in favor of the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the financial reports from Horizon Bank. Gentlemen?
In particular, the case, we'll start with the top of the summary with the permanent maintenance Greenwood account. The account was up 0.24% for the month and 2.62% year to date. The next account is the permanent maintenance Swan Lake account. That account was up 0.29% for the month and up 2.85% year to date. In the extension fund account, the account was up 0.27% for the month and up 2.90% year to date. And with regard to the merchandise and commissions fund account, that account was up 0.40% for the month and up 3.80% year to date. Moving to page 2, we'll turn to the account details for the permanent maintenance Greenwood account. The money market is currently yielding 5.25%, which is up from last month's yield of 5.24%. Mutual funds overall yield is at 3.21%, which is down from last month's yield of 3.31%. The overall yield in the account is at 3.48%, which is down from last month's yield of 3.5%. Page 3, in the permanent maintenance Swan Lake account, mutual funds overall yield is at 3.31%, which is down from last month's yield of 3.41%. The overall yield in the account is at 4.04%, which is down from last month's yield of 4.12%. Page 4 is the extension fund. Mutual funds overall yield is at 3.35%, which is down from last month's yield of 3.43%. And the overall yield in the account is at 3.80%, which is flat from last month's yield, of course, of 3.80%. And page 5 is the merchandise fund. The mutual funds overall yield is at 3.34%, which is down from last month's yield of 3.40%. And the overall yield in the account is at 4.89%, which is down from last month's yield of 4.91%. And now I'll turn the reporting over to Brad so he can make some comments with regard to the overall budget.
Sure, thank you. So the Fed had their meeting this month, and they decided to hold interest rates steady for the time being. And they cited that inflation is coming down. The latest CPI number was 3.1% year over year, which is down from 3.2. So inflation's heading in the right direction. But it's still not down to that 2% target that they're really looking for. So the market expectation and even the Fed's own expectation is they're going to keep rates steady for a while here. They issue something called the dot plot, which is where the members of the Fed think interest rates are going to be within the next year or so. And the Fed.Plot has 3 rate cuts in 2024. So they're saying that they're expecting the rates to start coming down next year as much as 3 times. There'll be 25 basis point cuts for each one. The market is expecting even more cuts. The market is betting that there will be 5 or 6 cuts in 2024. So basically, all these sources are saying that, if things can continue the way they are, with inflation continue to come back down, that rates should be coming down next year. So with that being said, the accounts that we manage in our area at Horizon, we are recommending 3+ year maturities when possible, when it's appropriate, because we want to lock in these rates before they potentially start coming down, next year and even years to follow. So that's kind of where our thoughts are. With that being said, I think last time we talked a little bit about CDs that are maturing in your accounts, and there's a handful of them. I believe it's a total of 400,000 across 3 different accounts that are going to be maturing next week. So I think it's a week from today. So once those mature, that money would sweep into our money market account, which is paying 5.25 right now, which is not a bad place to be temporarily. But the thought is that you guys would direct us and tell us how you want to reinvest that money. What I would say too is the maturities, and I can read them off real quick here. The Greenwood account has $200,000 maturing next week. The Swan Lake account has $50,000 maturing, and the extension fund has $150,000 maturing next week. So we want to ask you guys how you'd like to reinvest that, what type of terms you want to put that money into. Each CD doesn't necessarily need to be rolled into the exact same amount, so you can split that up. If you wanted to split it up into a couple different maturities, that's not a problem. But we just kind of need your direction, and you don't have to make a decision right at the moment, because like I said, that money would sit in that money market account until we decided to do something with it. We just wanted to put it on your plate and just see what you guys decide to do.
Have any questions? Does the board want to take any action today or want to take it under advisement?
Let's wait till our next meeting.
Okay, well then this is what I suggest.
I make a motion.
Okay, I suggest one thing. Put everything that you said in writing to us so that we have it in front of us. I think I do better when I see things in writing, so I'd rather that you do that, okay?
Sure.
All right, give it to us before the meeting,
Okay.
as soon as you can.
Yeah,
Okay, what your suggestions are.
Yeah, and we can't make an implicit recommendation just because of our relationship as not being
Certainly, just an idea.
but just what we're doing on our side, just kind of you guys could take that under advisement.
That's right. All right, I appreciate that. Okay, Steve, you make a motion to table this matter until the next meeting.
Right.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Do we need to add that you'll put it into your money market?
The money market, it'll automatically happen. Yeah, so once that money matures, it comes into the account, it automatically will switch to our money market
Good.
and just earn that rate while it's sitting there.
Okay.
All right.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Alrighty, we're on to our internal financial reports, and we had a really good report here this time, I have to say. Mark, you're going out with a bang here. Thank you, gentlemen, and have a nice holiday season.
All of you as well.
Quarterly interest rates.
Okay, you only have a $879.70 loss at Greenwood, offset by $11,158.48 at Swan Lake. And so we're in the black for this month, $10,278.78. I don't know how often we see that, but it's kind of rare. Are there any questions about that? Okay, then do I have a motion to approve the financial reports as submitted?
That's so moved.
I'll second that. Then I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, superintendent's reading of the bills.
AmeriGas, $1,718.81. Coal Alliance, gas and diesel, $1,301.50. Coastal Valley, $32.60. Water and sewage at Greenwood Cemetery, $421.82. J. Thomas, parts for lawnmowers and equipment, $113.39. Cable and Ace Hardware, miscellaneous parts, $5.93. Matthews International, bronze lettering, lidding bars, and the like, $12,158.95. Michigan City Auto, battery for a vehicle, $160. NIPSCO, $566.42, and our monthly Republic trash pickup is $131.04. Permanent maintenance receipts, $1,274.15, and it is entirely Swan Lake. Extension fund receipts, $2,298. Merchandise receipts, $3,004 for a total of $6,567.15. And those are the reading of the bills, Madam President.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
Second.
We'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next is the superintendent's report.
Very minimal. That's it. No, it's gonna be minimal. We have received half of our memorial granite bases for the bronze at Swan Lake. We're waiting on the other half. We talked to the regional representative from Matthews, and he is trying to expedite the remaining bases to be delivered to Swan Lake. Unfortunately, there is no time frame on any of the bases, when and how soon. Also, if you remember or not, a couple months ago we brought up about the piece of trim for Swan Lake Mausoleum, the old mausoleum. That also has no delivery date. It's been found, it's been all ready to go, but just don't have a delivery date at the present time. And the ones, when we did get the granite come in, all the markers that could fit the granite were put out. So they're not letting them sit till spring, they've set them out already. So they've done that much so far. This is going to be for the 2024 employee thing, I don't know. It's the employee benefit package for next year. It consists of just what was approved by the Board of Works and by the City Council. It will be a 6% increase for the employees, almost. It will be an increase in the longevity from $450 a year, I believe, to $650 a year. It's in a 3-year increment. They don't earn it the first year. After that, every 3 years, they'll get an increase times 2, times 3, times 4. And the last one, which I'm not getting into it, the last one is a 3.5% vacation bonus on all employees. Before that, it had a tiered benefit. It was 1% up for the first 4 years, 2% up to 10, and 3% after 10. But now everybody who's hired from day one, whether you're here 1 year or whether you're here 20 years, will receive the same benefit as vacation bonus. Greenwood Cemetery, if anybody's gone by it recently, right now it looks phenomenal. It's clean. There's no leaves. It's just really one of the best years we've had. The weather has been very cooperative. We still have one gentleman working on doing the leaves, picking up, cleaning everything, picking up limbs, sticks. So it's go by Greenwood right now. It's just really, really clean and really good looking. The rest we have the year-end things that's been going on. That's why that's pretty much where we're at right now. We do have one question, but I think we'll just wait till January meeting and someone else can bring, Roxanne can bring it up at the January meeting about those niches or crypts. The increase in the crypts.
Oh, okay.
That would be next meeting. So, Madam President, that is pretty much it. We're just busy getting ready for the year end. They've been cleaning the garages, they've been getting the blades ready for snow, if there is ever such a thing again. Everything is ready, and we're just waiting on it.
Well, thank you, Mark. I do have a question for you, though. I have been told that the door on the mausoleum is broken again.
Okay, the door was fixed,
I know it was.
and it is broke again.
And how did it get broken?
I do not know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna,
Tell us about how it's broken, what's wrong with it.
somebody I think is just shaking it, and it's just done, the lock mechanism is not square or straight. I've got a company coming in. I called the other day, I'm hoping they'll be in either next week or right after Christmas to look at it again.
Okay.
But we had all the keys made, everything was ready, it was all fine, but it just kinda,
So the keys won't work.
no, it won't turn the mechanism, it's all bent, it looks like.
And so the door is unlocked.
All the doors are locked except for the one on the right-hand side.
Okay.
The two entrance doors, the one on the right is open, and the two back doors are locked. So everything is locked except for the one door. They close tight. But somebody must have taken and done something and bent the mechanism. So until we can figure out how to get that mechanism taken care of.
Okay, so in the meantime, then we can't lock that door, but we need to do that. We need to lock that door. Now, can we put a padlock on there? How can we secure that door? At least on a temporary basis.
The only thing we can do is go buy a hunk of chain and a padlock and lock it that way.
I suggest that you do that then.
And then we're gonna have to give everybody keys that want to get in over the holidays.
I don't, 6 of one, half a dozen of another. What's the rest of the board think about that?
Yeah, you're right. Gotta lock it.
Okay.
Could we put it, and will the people who need to get in have a notice sent, or I don't know how that works? Could we put a nice little note saying, unforeseen circumstances, so people don't think they're being locked out again?
That's a good idea.
Just a kind of a courtesy thing.
A notice.
That we're working on the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I can handwrite something neat. I have no problem doing that.
We can just do it on a computer, turn off a notice on the computer.
So you're saying you want a chain and a padlock?
Whatever works.
Whatever works.
If that's the shortest distance between
Okay.
securing that building, then that's where we're gonna have to do it,
Okay.
okay? Anybody else have any suggestions, anything else?
Is there anything, I'm not sure, is there anything available neater looking than that? Sort of like a bike lock thing.
We could hire maybe a retired cop to sit out there.
That
As
might
of
not
right
be
now,
neater
no.
looking.
We did that several years ago. We had damage at Greenwood on the Lutz vault. Somebody had broken the door, the lock on that door. We could not get it repaired, so we went out and bought a piece of chain, nice, chain is chain, and we put a lock on it.
And that worked for,
Well, the only ones that have keys for any of the mausoleums at Greenwood are the employees, actually the employee, me. And they're kept in the office. The Lutz vault, the Dabbert vault, those vault keys are, and Hutchinson vault are all kept in the office. So nobody has any accessibility except for us.
so you don't have any experience with how it works with the public.
Well, there's no public around anymore. The Lutz vault was in 1921.
Right, no, I'm talking about doing the same thing at Swan Lake.
If I may, the only thing that bothers me about that with the holidays coming up, so many people want to come out and, Christmas,
Sure.
New Year's, whatever, and I don't know what you're gonna do to make it accessible unless somebody goes out there and unlocks it for the
I
day.
have no idea. But the most important thing is the sanctity of that space. And you can't assure the sanctity of that space if it's open to the public. We don't know that somebody's gonna get in there, but it's a possibility. And we have to think about that. We need to put on whatever notice we give. Keys are available in the office there, okay?
But they're not gonna work.
No, the keys for the padlock. He's gonna have to get extra keys for the
Oh,
padlock,
okay.
okay? Now, that will, hopefully, people will come out not on the holiday, but beforehand, and we'll be able to give them a key. That's one possibility. Sorry that we have to inconvenience people, but if there's a larger issue here, I think we need to address.
Hopefully they return the key when they get done.
Well, and the
Well,
lock.
yeah, well, please let's not go down that route.
No, I know, but I'm,
You don't want a
I'd
number,
have to have
big
a
number
box
6
of
chain, right? You
locks.
just-
Yeah.
how about like a bicycle padlock that's got the vinyl on it?
Right, something very.
I don't want a chain because it's gonna scratch the door.
That's right.
So we'll just get it something like what your kids would have, the vinyl covered padlock, something really nice like that.
Sure,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we can do that, I think.
and get as many keys as you think you will need.
There's a lot of people that are in there, but they don't live here anymore. There's several families have moved away, and I just don't, there's only a couple that,
How many are the maximum keys that we would need if every one of those
Okay.
people you visited?
$78.
78. Well, I don't think we need so.
We don't need 78 because the one crypt owners, they own 6 crypts, and there's nobody in there. Somebody in the family passed away,
Okay,
and they bought them for later. So there's no access there.
okay.
There are several in there that I know that they're gone. The husband and wife are gone. There were no children. There's nothing. So there's something like that. We could probably get by with probably 20,
That's what I
24.
was gonna suggest, 20 to 25. And also on our notes, we'll ask that they return those keys, so hopefully, they will.
I just hope they don't get locked.
I mean, you gotta do something, so that's the best I can think of.
Are you gonna have them come to the office to get the key? Well, then you should probably put the hours too that the keys are available. And then if someone's there, I mean, could one of the workers go with them to the mausoleum and?
It's open daily from 8 to 3.
Yeah, it'll be open during regular business hours.
Oh, okay. So be after. Well, who would be there at the office then if they come after hours, they're not gonna be able to get it, cause, you know what I mean? If they come after hours,
Right, they have to
yeah,
come. We can put the
we won't
hours
be
on
able
the
to anyway.
notice, so this is when the office will be open.
Yeah, put the hours on there.
Okay. Did you wanna say something?
No.
I don't wanna interrupt you.
No,
I want you to go out with a bang.
I'm banging.
And the next item under new business would be the document that you've all been handed. Roxanne, why don't you explain what this is and why we have to do this every year?
The State Board of Accounts comes in every year, and so they need to know, the first sheet is about permanent maintenance, extension fund and operation. So it's, by law, there has to be a certain percentage for each one. When we get money in, we have to split that, and so we have to have that. As far as markers, right now we're putting 60% into merchandise and operations, 40. And then on the second and third sheet, this is just miscellaneous items that what we're actually charging for. Like the pictures we order, the niche plaques, what a Lydian bar, like that's a name bar. So I just wanted to have the board look this over and make a motion like you did last year right now on what the percentages are and what the cost.
Do I have a motion to accept?
I so move.
A second.
Okay, then I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Getting back to the second page where it's got the letters and things like that, we may, I think, want to address what we're charging for these things after the first of the year.
Yes.
So we'll put that on the
Yes.
pending items list
Okay.
to make any adjustments we need to. Okay, and the last thing is, and this I can call old business, we interviewed prospective candidates for Mark's job. And we had only 4 of us at the executive session. That means 3 of you have not a clue about any of these people. This is troubling, and so what we intend to do is we need to set a second interview for all of them and let them come in and talk to, if everybody wants to come, or at least the 3 that weren't there need to be there, okay? And so what I'm asking is that you coordinate a date between yourselves, and if you could give us that date before you leave today, it'd be helpful, so that we can get the letters out and get this thing done as soon as we can. Okay? Think you can do that for me? Is there any question?
So who besides me? I was out of town.
Davis and Steve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that way they know what they're dealing with, and they can make an informed judgment. And then we'll vote. And if I have to call a special meeting for a vote, I can always do that. So, okay. Is there anything else? Then I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
A second.
Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. And listen,